So as we all know, summer is coming around right around the corner, and we're all super excited because we're not going to have to deal with homework or school anymore, stress, deadlines, everything that has to do with college. And we all look forward to having fun with our friends and making all these plans and going to the beach and doing fun activities. But let's face it, we're also super excited to sleep and stay in and watch TV and eat and do all this by yourself because you're so stressed from school. You just want to be by yourself, you want to do your own thing. But then this leads to boredom, and then you're just bored and you have nothing to do. And you find yourself stuck in like this place where you're home all the time in summer, it's hot, you have nothing to do and you're bored and you kind of want to do something, but you don't do it because you're into that routine. You're just sleeping and like doing nothing. Something you can do to solve this is maybe getting a summer job. I know when I first got my summer job, it was super nerve-wracking because I had never worked before, but it ended up being super fun. So today I want to show you 3 reasons you should get a summer job. It can help keep you busy, it can help bring you a little bit of extra money in the summer, and it can maybe teach you how to be financially independent for the long run. So first I'm going to start off by explaining to you how it can keep you busy. So getting a job specifically in the summer can be a very good idea because well, especially if you have a lot of free time. I know it doesn't apply to everyone here, but most people in the summer, especially the teens, have a lot of free time. So participating in a job while you have free time allows you to kind of prepare yourself and get ready for work every day. You get into a routine. You get into a routine of waking up and doing something every day. And even on the days where you don't have to go to work, you're kind of just ready to be up and do something and do a certain activity. And this kind of also inspires you to maybe hang out with your friends or do something after work or do something during the weekend. So it kind of helps you just keep yourself busy. Not to mention also, I know personally when summer comes to an end for me, it gets very sad because it's very like, I don't want to go to school and like wake up early and have to get ready and do all this because I'm so used to like doing nothing. But when I got a summer job, I realized that having a routine and having something to do most of the time helped me kind of deal with like going back to school because you already have a routine. That was very helpful for me. So my next point is financially. It can help you get a little bit of extra money. And we all know that hanging out with our friends sometimes can be a little bit expensive because they want to do certain things. They want to travel, maybe like take a little road trip somewhere, or go eat. Sometimes it might be expensive. So earning money could be easier because you don't have to like ask your parents for money. You kind of just make it yourself. And also making money during the summer could be easy, especially if you're a college student, because I know personally I cannot stand having a job while I go to school. I get way too stressed, I have too much anxiety. So it could be just an easier way for you to make money if you make it during the summer. My third point is how it can teach you to be financially independent and teach you a little bit about the workforce if you're barely kind of getting into it. Having a job during the summer can help you. I know I struggle a lot like working with people. I like kind of working by myself because I feel like I can get a lot more done. But almost every job out there requires you to work with other people, and this can kind of be a practice for you to do that. I know Denise Brown from the article Why Jobs Are Important, she said that people who work learn how to deal with different types of personalities, which you basically would have to deal with in any workforce. And making your own money and becoming financially stable on your own, this is a good practice because this allows us to, oh, okay, sorry. I know personally I don't like asking my parents for money. I feel very guilty, and I feel like once you start making your own money, you don't have to worry about spending your money on like dumb stuff that your parents consider dumb. So you kind of just make your own money, you do your own thing, and this also kind of makes you be more cautious of how you spend your money, because you start spending your money on dumb things and then you realize that this is coming from your own hard work, your own practice, your own income, and it kind of makes you more aware. So as you can see, there's many reasons on why you should get a summer job, whether it's for your for keeping you busy, for your income, or becoming financially stable on your own.
All right, Jacob, share with us what you thought.
Thought you had a good relatable intro. It was kind of good attention getter. You gave a good preview to start off to kind of lay out the groundwork of where you're going to go. Throughout the speech, I felt like a couple things you needed to work on is a couple sentences you tended to repeat. It was kind of a little circular, kind of just repeat the same sentence in a different way. Other than that, just maybe practice a little bit more. You had no one big pause, but then you were able to kind of get through it and regain your train of thought. But overall, it was pretty good.
All right, the visualization at the beginning I think is fine. You do create a little bit of interest in there. I do think that the goal is clearly stated and there is a good preview. I'd agree with Jacob about that. I do think that there is kind of this assumption that people are not working during the regular year, or if they are working, they stop working during the summer. And I'm not sure that you've got the right audience analysis for this particular group. I haven't done a survey, but my guess would be a lot of people already have jobs, and so you're talking to folks that aren't going to be faced with the problem that you were thinking of, and that means that it may not work as well for this audience as you think it would. The perspective, a younger audience maybe it would work for, like if you're talking to high school students, they might very well be receptive to the message that you're talking about. Here I suspect that the vast majority of your classmates are probably already in the workplace, and summer means that they're going to get a chance to work more hours because they won't be in school, and so some of the things that you're talking about will probably seem a little bit less significant to them. I didn't hear much supporting material. I heard one reference to Denise Brown, who had some information in an article that you cited, and other than that, there wasn't really anything except kind of your own personal experience that you're using to try and make generalizations from. And I think that's problematic. It does help your ethos when you can kind of describe how you feel and what your situations are like, but I don't know how generalizable and representative those experiences are. And I think that you could easily find some information to suggest that saving money over the summer has some impact, that people do learn job skills, for instance, that they learn the value of a dollar as a result of this sort of thing instead of just having to assert it. The delivery, for the most part, I thought everything was going pretty well. You did have that one spot where you got stuck. I was uncertain as to why you got stuck there, because the point that you finally ended up talking about was just another example of your personal experience, and maybe it was organizational in nature that threw you off. That could be the issue. You have the same kind of eye contact thing that I was talking about with Elizabeth to some degree, and that is you have a tendency to, you kind of look up, but often your eyes get cast down because you're thinking about what it is that you're going to say, and you need to engage us a little bit more when you're talking to us. Like I said, I thought the vocally everything was going well, except for that one pause where suddenly everything kind of came to a stop, and you don't have anything. And it was a noticeable stop, and people, I think, were probably hoping that you would figure out where you're going. All of us want you to succeed. I mean, that, the audience is the one that feels uncomfortable, and those, I mean, I'm sure you feel uncomfortable too, but the rest of us are going, well, come on, you know what it is, and I'm trying to think, what could I say after, give you enough time to figure it out, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe I should say something, but you got there, and that's probably a practice sort of thing. Okay, thank you.